Asking Wishing with Tori, and I am Tori, your host. Today, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some great news. We are officially on day 27 out of 30 raw. Celebration. So, anyway, let me take a sip of this. What am I drinking? Not water. So, there's this brand here. Have you ever heard of it before? It's called True Lemon. This is a non This is a non-GMO brand, and the ingredients are pretty straightforward. I think they're pretty good ingredients. Let me turn it around this way. The ingredients show that it's citric acid, lemon oil, lemon juice, cane sugar, natural flavor, stevia leaf, vegetable juice. No GMOs, gluten free, no artificial sweeteners. Now, this is something that I rock with because I don't want to just drink water. And right now I'm experiencing a little UTI, right? So I don't usually buy cranberry juice this whole time. I bought some unsweetened cranberry juice that had only one ingredient, but this is different. This has no added sugar. Let's review the label together. Okay, so this product here is 100% cranberry juice. Okay. The ingredients show cranberry juice from concentrate. So this is going to be heat processed. Water, cranberry juice concentrate, grape juice from concentrate. Get out the light. Okay. This is really got a little, there we go. Grape juice from concentrate. Apple juice from concentrate. Pear juice from concentrate. It's because it's blurry that I'm just taking this long time. Natural flavor. I always wonder what the heck that is. Absorbic acid, vitamin C, pectin. Okay, so I am drinking this for basically within my budget cranberry juice. I didn't have the unsweetened one at the Walmart tonight. I went to a different Walmart than I usually go to, and they did not have the cranberry juice that I usually buy, that I bought once before since on this journey. And so I'm like, I was in a crunch, so I bought that. And in the past, I have used the sweetened, well, that sort of sweetened version of cranberry juice, and it worked fine for me. So I feel pretty okay about it. And I drank 2 cups of coffee today while raw. This is not a legalistic raw journey, just for clarity. And so I think that made it worse. So, hey, viewer, how are you? Just starting my live. We're making a salad, also doing a review on what I went shopping for today. My total today shopping was 30 bucks. So we're going to go over that in just a second. Before I do, I'm going to begin with CC Winans, Fill My Cup. And here we go. Fill my cup, Lord. I lift it up, Lord. Come and quench this thirsting in my soul. Bread from heaven, feed me until I want no more. Fill my cup, fill it up, and make me whole. Okay. That always makes me feel better. It is therapy. I am telling you, to my soul, okay? So here we go. In this video today, like I said, we are making salad. I'm also going to do a quick peekaboo as to what I did today for shopping. It's a $30 haul. You're about to see. Wow, I don't know what happened there. Strange. Okay. YouTube kicked me down the alley somewhere. I don't know. But here goes my grocery haul. This is a short and sweet haul. And what we have here is a no stir creamy natural peanut butter. This does not seem to have any additional, well, it does say sugar here, but on the front it does say 90% Peanuts. This is not the brand I rock with, but this is where we are today. I looked at a brand that shows just peanuts and salt. And right here where it says sugar, it said 2 on that particular jar. This says 3. So I'm not seeing a big difference, and I'm okay with this for right now. We have this strawberry lemonade True Lemon. This is a non-GMO brand. I went over the label already at the beginning of this video, but if you want to pause it and take a look. So furthermore, I'm experiencing a little UTI. So this is what I'm using right now. Usually I get the unsweetened. They did not have it at Walmart, and this is not something I would have bought really on this journey right now, but I am going to buy to address the issue. I've been drinking coffee. Now I think that's not helping me because that's literally not good for UTI. So if you look at the label, pause it on your own time. It's not that bad. It's definitely no added sugar. That's one thing that this does say, no added sugar. So that's okay. I have this lemon juice. We're making a lemon maple syrup dressing today base, and it is going to be a peanut dressing, but those are going to basically be our primary ingredients. Of course, I have my pickles. I have some celery, carrots, delicious tomato, cucumber. In a nutshell, this is, oh, and my red onion. Look at that beautiful bulb. So anyway, this is my haul. This was 30 bucks. Oh, the spring mix. Hello. Big old spring mix. It's looking a little bit cloudy because it's been sitting here for like, I don't know, 20 minutes since I've been home. But anyway, this is it. The maple syrup was already in the house. And so I didn't even mention the vinegar, but that's been in the house. But outside of the maple syrup over there, well, I didn't mention those either. But besides the maple syrup, okay, and the vinegar and these strawberries, everything else was bought today. $30 haul. I'm quite pleased. So like we know this is lasting for a while. We know this is lasting for a while. And these two last for a while. What's going to go quickly is my raw produce. We are raw for 30 days. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and talk about these strawberries. I am going to put strawberries on the salad. These, you see how that water looks? Yes, this is baking soda. Soaking these. I just put these in here moments ago. We are going to add the magic touch, the white vinegar, and I'm going to do the science on camera so you guys can be tickled, I guess. Okay, adding the vinegar. Ooh, voila! I feel so goofy for that. But wasn't that kind of cool? So we're just going to let that do its thing for about another 10 minutes because the baking soda has already been put to work for a minute. That's why the water does look a little bit murky, but that's good. So we're going to let that do its thing, blah, blah, blah. And so we're going to go ahead and start with the cucumber. Use 2 plates though because it's thick. And we're just going to peel, just use all of them. It's no problem. And so cameraman's going to do the peeling of the cucumber. And I get to hold the camera for him. So he's going to peel the cucumber. And anyway, I do want to share with you guys how my journey is going so far. I'm excited to say that I'm literally at day 27 and I'm still literally going strong and making some changes. If you notice, I didn't have any cranberries on the counter. I do have the maple syrup. Yes, I do. But I will be switching that up with the stevia as of the 1st. But I'm going into a direction of raw, low carb for September because, like I said, I wasn't really that impressed with the weight results, but I do see inches and I do see overall health improvement and just the discipline, the mental fortitude, and just the breakthrough I'm having with keeping my yes, and my no. And there's been some bending here or there, but for the most part, you know, I give myself an A minus, but I'm going for an A plus. So we are going to take it up a notch or two. And that's going to be just simply low carb, high raw, and definitely not legalistic. You know, if I want to have a cup of coffee at some point next month, I will, just like I did this month. Anyway, I am going to commit to exercise for September, and cameraman, he's going to start having some cooked meals, but continue to eat raw as well. And I look forward to making those meals for him, and I will document those meals just because my content is not exclusive. I'm sorry. My content is not just in support of one sort of type of diet. It's inclusive. My channel is in support of whatever you have found to make your health go to the top. And in this particular case, we're going to go ahead and show you guys how someone is able to cook raw and also for their partner cook or prepare food that is not raw and still continue on a merry life. I think Gillian Berry has a dynamic like that where she has a spouse who's not raw, but she's is raw, and her children, they're not raw, but they enjoy some raw meals. So it's very doable, and that's what I'm going to also show on my channel as I continue my journey. I'm so grateful that hey, Miss Songbird, how are you doing? I'm so grateful. Hey, sister, that's my sister, by the way. I'm so grateful that cameraman has been on this journey with me for this whole entire month. He has been so supportive and just a trooper about it. And it's amazing. And I couldn't ask for a greater support at all. And so, are you going to cut it?
Yeah.
Okay, you can go ahead and cut it. Okay, so we're going to keep it going. And as he continues on, we will keep talking. Anyway, I'm just excited. I'm excited because I know that the journey that we have ahead is nothing but success. And whatever it is that I end up making for cameraman, I'll just put that on my channel as well. We're talking about, some simple things, nothing too crazy and nothing too, how do you say, complicated. But as time goes on, we will make some more intenser combinations. But I'm thinking, just some basic stuff. But stay tuned for the dynamic of, just because you have a different diet than your partner, it does not mean that you cannot continue, to make food for them and to have a very plentiful, bountiful relationship, whether or not you are eating the same. You guys be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you are here watching me now. I do appreciate all my viewers that are here doing their thing, taking time out their day to see what I'm doing. I greatly appreciate that. So while he continues to cut the cucumbers, put this on drone mode for him. You guys can see him continue what he's doing. And I'm going to grab the ingredients that I need to grab for y'all as he cuts the cucumber. So I just really enjoy filming these meals. I know that this is, something that I've been wanting to do for a while, and I'm so glad that I'm refocused and aligned with what it is that I need to be doing. And this is nothing but good for me. And so that's why I'm so happy that I'm taking the time to do this. So while this is going on, we're kind of doing a stage switch here. I'm removing a lot of items from the counter, replacing them with other items, for we have a different meal to make right now. So I hope you guys are well. Are there any comments or questions that you guys have for me? I know usually when I come live, I get someone that always seems to have a joke, like a serious joke for me. Any jokers in the house tonight to make me laugh a little bit? Oh my God, it never fails. It never fails. I can't wait to start doing some exercise content though, because that's what needs to be done for me to see the results I'm looking for. It's time to start having even just walking. Walking faithfully is powerful. Getting your steps in is a very powerful thing to be doing. Awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and move these over here. So our cucumbers are done. They look delicious, delicioso. And now I'm going to move forward and cut my...
Other way.
Just let go. And I'm going to use this, I'm going to move forward and I'm going to cut the onion here. Okay. I'm just going to have the light come in a little bit right there, because it's kind of dark. I don't know why it's dark. Why does it look dark? Okay. So we're going to cut the onion now. There's light. Okay. I still have some onion from here that I made yesterday, but I'm not really convinced that I should stop there because I like a fresh onion. And I actually like to use my bigger knife for the onion, but it's okay. I'm already in action here, and this is a big slice for me. Woo, okay. I think I'm going to just do one more because it's really thick. try to control it with smaller slices. See? Okay. But yeah, this video is really just to highlight my accountability. This video is to highlight that I am accountable. And I'm excited that you guys are here. And if you're not here live with me, you would definitely join me at another time to see my progress, which will be happening. So I'm excited, and I really, I feel a little bit redundant sometimes because I'm like, what else am I going to say? But at the same time, I have to remember that you guys are not people that I've necessarily seen me before. And because of that, that means that, I need to stay upbeat about it all. You guys have never seen me. And I want you to know I have a journey. I've actually lost 100 pounds in 6 months. I lost 75 pounds in 3 months, 2 different occasions. It's really not too challenging to actually lose the weight. What I've learned is challenging for me is keeping the weight off. That's where the challenge comes in for me, is actually keeping the weight off. There's the challenge right there. And at the end of the day, that's what it is. How do we keep the weight off? And I think the only way to keep that weight off is to commit to a diet change, and then to also commit to actual exercise. You have to exercise if you want to see results. You don't get to skip that. I think that exercise is actually going to be the thing to get that stress off your back. You know how you're stressed out, and when you're stressed out, you have absolutely, it zaps your energy. It creates cortisone, which is a stress hormone, which makes you not be able to drop weight. That's what cortisone does. And so exercise helps stimulate and kind of how do you say, it combats stress. That's what it does. So at the end of the day, that's what stress does, and we all have different things being thrown at us in life. Some of us are having, some of us have a lot of responsibilities, some of us are wives, some of us are mothers, some of us are wives and mothers. Some of us are in school, some of us are graduated, some of us are literally just trying to figure out what's next for ourselves in life. And it can be stressful. Some of us have to just deal with the daily grind of financial issues. No one's always at the top of the mountain. And so we have to continue to find our higher ground. And exercise, I believe, is the key to getting that stress balance. Because when you're not exercising, I don't care how well you're eating, that stress can still sit right. I don't care how many supplements you take, how well you're eating, that stress can sit right on your chest, gathering. And so I recommend for myself, because stress is happening every single day in this world that we're living in, and I just simply recommend for my own sake to begin my exercise no later than the 1st. I'm not really excited about it 100% because it's a challenge. To exercise the way I need to, the way that I know it's going to really benefit me, it's challenging. I think the maintenance road may not be as challenging. That's after all the hard work is done. And now you're at your ideal size, and then you don't have to go as hard. But, you have to it's not always easy. You got to do it rain or shine. You got to do it motivated, unmotivated. That's how you win. You can't let motivation control what you're going to do. I've been live every day with these videos in travel mode, in home mode, in frustrated mode, prior to hitting record mode. I mean, I have kept it going in regardless of the emotional state I have been in, because I decided to commit to going live every day, going raw, and that's what I'm doing. And I realize that if I can just ignore, the troubles of life that I am facing and keep it pushing and go and commit and continue, then I can do that in exercise. I can do that in every other area of my life. And it does start with, something somewhere. Here are my toppings for my salad. We have the red onion, tomato, cucumber. We have the carrots, and we have pickle. Now, we are going to make a dressing right now. This dressing is going to be peanut butter base dressing, as well as lemon, maple syrup, as well as some herbs and spices. Let me rinse out my bowls. I love to rinse out my bowls. And the extra day I made a a dressing with peanut, and yesterday I actually did a bowl stir. But this time I think what I'm going to do is blend it, because I did prepare my blender for that instead of a bowl stir. So we're going to make a blended one. Go ahead. And I put 4 tablespoons in there. Okay, so I have cameraman here today. He's helping me, and everything goes in the camera right there. Everything stays right there. And I'll hold it for you though, if that's concerning you. But I'm happy for cameraman's help. He likes to help me in the kitchen, and that is fine. And I'm excited to just continue. You know, this is life. I mean, I'm in a nuance in my life right now where I've never been. I've never been here before. I'm sure some of you guys know what it feels like to segue from one season of your life to another. And it is something to adjust to. And it's beautiful, and it's definitely worth. That's enough there. That's the last one. Woo! We're going to have a big, thick one today. That's perfectly fine. That's good. This is the peanut butter. That was about probably more like 4 whopping, heaping tablespoons. You can tear that up if you want to. Now we're going to go ahead and put some lemon juice in here. And I'm going to go ahead and pour that. Kind of eyeball it. Okay. I switched from balsamic to lemon juice just to see if I like how that tastes better. Okay, I'm going to add some maple syrup to this. I do need some water. You can pour some filtered water in a small one and rinse the glass out like first, and then the filtered water, please. And then we're going to pour the maple syrup in there. That's good. And now we're going to add some spices. We're going to keep it simple tonight with pepper. And we're going to add some pink Himalayan salt. And we're going to add some curry. This curry is going to get our turmeric fix that we do like to make sure we get some turmeric in our diet. This is a little heavier than I have made any other dressing room in it. But we are going to see how we are going to go. We only need to add so much at a time and taste it first. And here we go. Bringing the blender over here. Okay, and we're going to start by blending this first. And let's see. Oop, the light. Okay. Stop. What happened? It was some. Hang on. This is smoking. What happened to my blender? Someone dropped it. I know that because it's chipped up. Someone dropped my blender. Hang on. Were you pressing down on it or something?
I was going like this.
Because it... Okay, well, I don't know what happened. That's never happened before. Let me taste it, please. Okay, and Okay, so let's see. Let's taste it. Let's see how it goes so far. It's great. We're going to add a little more water. Can you do me a favor? And I think the sesame seeds should be right inside here. They're at the bottom right there on the shelf. I hate breathing in fumes. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and add some sesame seeds to this. And a little bit of vegetables there, onion and cucumber. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. And we're going to add some sesame seeds to this. Okay, and we're almost done with this. That was a palm full of sesame seeds added. I'm going to add one more palm full of sesame seeds. Now, I'm going to blend it up. And let me go ahead and get this going. Excuse me. My blender did a malfunction type of situation, and it made fumes, and I'm coughing from those fumes. I hate fumes. Okay, so here we go. was talking about segueing in our life before. I'm not sure. I got distracted, but we've all segued from, you know, single to married to. Where's the lemon? We've all segued from single to married to mother to auntie to grandmother. We've all segued in our life. And I'm pretty sure that journey was not, necessarily easy. And also, you don't mind grabbing us two of the larger plates? Yeah. Okay. When you get a chance. And it's not easy, but, I do look to the changes. I look forward to the changes in life. Sometimes you want things to stay the same, that's for sure. So you can definitely, were you going to gather the rest of the stuff? Yeah. Yeah. So, but everything happens for a reason in life. And I think we're only in control to some degree. We have to just let the Lord above guide our steps. We're going to blend this up a little bit more. Okay, so this dressing is looking pretty much completed. I've already tasted it prior to my last blend, and it tastes really good. Here's a quick peekaboo as to what it looks like to my viewers. This is my dressing. We'll taste it from this part. What do you think it tastes like? You like it or not? You like it? Okay. Well, in my opinion, I need flax meal. I forgot my flax meal. I like to add flax meal because that is the agent or ingredient that gives it a nice thicker consistency, an all natural thickened consistency that you're not going to find in your homemade dressing without adding something like flax. There's other things you can add, but I choose flax. So here's my homemade peanut dressing. I'm going to add a little bit of flax, and that's about, I say, right there. That's about enough. That's not even a full tablespoon that I would use. When I add flax and I do actually apply a tablespoon to it, I do heaping. This is like probably half the quantity of flax I would have usually used, but it's okay. I know this is enough to give me the thickness I'm looking for, which is just a nice little, little thickness. So let's blend this one out one more time. Okay, here we go. Okay, cool. So now I'm going to go ahead and take my strawberries and drain them. I'm going to drain them. Okay. Now that they've been drained, I'm going to take the water and rinse out my bowl because there's going to be some resting particles from all that. Okay, pour this water over my strawberries. Shuffle my hands in there. Rinse them. Okay, it's time to wash my dishes here, just for a peekaboo. Anyway, so we're going to take these, dump them in the bowl. One more straddler right there, won't come out, fall out. Well, I'll just get it out my own way. I'm not going to waste too much more time. Now, I'm not really satisfied with the rinse. I have to wash them off again this way. It's really important, okay, that they don't have any more. Can you turn the water off for me? It's important they don't have any more baking soda on them. Lost one. Okay, so we're going to strain these now again, as you were. And so just straining these And call me. I'm going to rinse these off. My sink is clean. Okay. And we're going to rinse the rest of these off. And go ahead and just make sure that these are clear of any of the extra little baking soda and vinegar. And just take it and strain it. Voila. So now my strawberries, they've been cut and everything else. And these are, they might look a little bit like cut burned or whatever you might call it from the baking soda, but they are good. They're so good. And they're sweet and tasty. What I did yesterday with my strawberries was add a little maple syrup, because even though they're sweet, I want them to be just a little sweeter. Hang on. Okay. Add just a little more baking soda. Maple syrup. And just mix them around. Okay. And that's good for me. I just wanted to have a little essence going on. They're really good. How about that one? Okay. All right. So now let's make this salad. All right. So let's build these salads. Oh, can someone share with me life after marriage below, please? I'm curious, I have very few people in my life that I can find that information. I have some information, but I'm just curious on a more broader spectrum. Is anyone married that's watching me? Can someone talk to me about that, please? I'm curious. Who's married for 10 years that can actually maybe give me some strong advice? Please? I want to open the grounds up for marriage talk. In a positive way. Let's not get messy. In a very positive way. I'm just curious. I watched something where it was actually a pastor named Pastor Darby. He talks about, the different phases of marriage and what to expect. And, I'm just curious if anyone wants to provide me a 10-year scope of what they think marriage is. Just curious. I tasted another strawberry or two, and they're giving kind of like a baking soda flavor. I'm not sure if that's because I cut them in half, probably. And I never cut them in half. I always leave them just like whole. Then I cut them, but I did something different. I'm not sure if I like that. But anyway, we're going to dress these salads if no one's going to leave me a comment about marriage. You can leave me a comment below for a future time. We can talk about it then. But I'm not a married person, but I'm just curious about what your guys' take may be on being married. I'm just curious about that. Sometimes you have this idea of what marriage is, and then you may find out. I wonder if anyone's found out that marriage is not what they thought it would be. Just curious. Just curious. I'm pretty sure everyone married is surprised what marriage actually is. I'm pretty sure, because how could you know until you've experienced it? That's all I can say. I know you have to be gracious and you have to be grateful. I know that's a part of any relationship. But anyway, we shall carry on. So we have our pickles and our carrots. And we're going to add the onion. Only one salad is going to have the onion. You're probably not going to add the strawberries. I just can't bring myself to put them on. Taste the strawberry. Do you think they taste okay? Because if you do, then Maybe I can eat them, but it's just, I can tell that it's not my preferred taste. So there's how mine is with the onions. What do you think? You're okay?
Okay.
You want to taste that little taste of like, what is it called? Like a baking soda taste? Something strange?
I taste that.
With the maple syrup?
Yeah.
So you like them?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we'll go ahead and add a few. So here's my salad. Just want to add my cucumbers on here, and then we'll move on to finish because you can't really see mine fully in the frame right now because there's a big blender blocking it. Okay, so we'll bring this one forward and mine back there. Okay, now I'm going to add cucumbers to this salad. As soon as I'm done, I cannot wait to eat. I'm hungry. I don't know about you guys, but it is time to eat. It's very much so time to eat. Okay, and ooh, I didn't get, oh, I did. I was going to say I didn't get my pickles, but clearly I did. I bought some more pickles tonight that are whole, and the ones I've been using for this week, they were sliced, so I forgot about that. Okay, so my energy is kind of going down. I haven't had my food yet. I'm tired. I really am. And it doesn't really matter. I'm going to show up on this live, and regardless to my energy level, I'm trying to keep it up there for everyone watching and everything like that. And regardless, though, you're going to see my face if I'm extra bubbly one day or not. I'm going to show up, period. Okay, so we have our two salads completely done. And I want to be bubbly though. What fun is it that I'm not? So here goes the salads. Enjoy the festivities of a big, plentiful salad. So we're going to now pour the dressing. Can you rinse those out real fast for us? We have these little dressing bowls that we like to use. Oh, the strawberries. Let me go ahead and add the strawberries to this meal. I'm going to go ahead and cut them down a little bit more. I think what I'll do is rinse them off a little bit more. That might be what I need to do. I don't want them to be chunky. I want them to be little pieces. Oh boy. Right when I thought I was done, I realized I'm not done. It's almost like that song. And we will praise Him for the rest of our days.
Yeah.
They say that like 1,000 times. Yes. Yes, Lord, for the rest of our days. And we will praise Him for the rest of our days. And they will not. That's like 3 or 4 times. That's how I feel right now. I thought I was done and I was done, but no, we still have to keep on. So, almost done, you know. I'd say about another 2 minutes. And I want to rinse them again just for the sake of, that's trash. Just for the sake of getting that baking soda taste off them. I don't want no baking soda taste. I don't want it. You know, I'm glad that cameraman is not as picky as me on that, but I do not want that taste by no means. So I'm going to give it a shot. Cut in little pieces, preferably. I had some strawberries on my salad yesterday, and they didn't have any of that taste going on. That has mainly to do with the fact that I did not have them pre-sliced. I don't know why I pre-sliced them. I guess I was trying to speed up some stuff and caused myself a little trouble. Sometimes you just gotta wait on things, you know. You don't get to always go as fast as you might think you want to go, because then you run into a pickle. That one looks kind of burnt. What happens when you use baking soda and vinegar is that you do get sometimes like fruit burn. I don't know if you ever noticed, especially with this kind of fruit. This is a tender fruit. And, you know, it happens. It doesn't look as aesthetically pleasing to have any fruit burn, but why is my camera not zooming in? Okay, there we go. It was looking so cloudy. I'm like, wait a minute. I know we could do better than that camera. So here we go. Almost. And I'm going to rinse them off. I know I already put maple syrup on them, but I'm still going to rinse them off because I'm looking for them to taste a little more fresh. I need that. Hang on a second. I'm gonna let it just soak with that water. And what we're gonna do now is move the salads over to the side. I'm gonna do a drone pour of my salad dressing into these cute little black salad dressing bowls. Aren't they so cute? Don't you just want to squeeze their cheeks and just anyway, we're gonna put our dressing in these two bowls here. We did make a peanut lemon maple syrup base dressing with seasoning and herbs. And we thickened this dressing with flax. Can you open that please for me? Thank you. And then hopefully by the time the dressing's poured, that's enough time for the strawberries to have gotten their little water bath that I need them to have. And so here's my drone pour of my delicious dressing. Here we go. Oh my God, I'm so excited about it. Here we are. And we use all this dressing. This dressing is going in our salad 100%. Okay? And there is a little bit remaining. If you see the little bit down there, that's fine. You know, that right there, honestly, I'm just going to pour that over the salad right now because there's nothing to really save when it's that little. I'll take that. Oh, that's our fork for our salad?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I just take the corner because I made a mess. Okay. And so here we go. We'll pour some of that dressing over this one. Just a little. Just for beauty. Beauty, 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 beauty. And now, we have a whole bowl of dressing. That is not enough dressing. I'm sorry. But for beauty's sake and to reuse the rest of this, we'll pour it. And that's the end of the dressing here. You want to always rinse out your blender. And I wanted to address one thing. When it comes to the blender that you see me using, usually I use my Vitamix blender. However, I did not choose to do that this time because, or many times, the last several videos, because I do want to make sure that this is an inclusive channel, and even if you don't have a Vitamix, I just want to point out that you can still make your juices, your smoothies. You can still make your dressings. And that's why I wanted to point out I don't always use my Vitamix. And it's just to encourage anybody at home that wants to do this and they don't have a Vitamix. You know, we see so many videos like this and they're using their Vitamix. And there's, you know, I love my Vitamix, but you can do it without one. These taste a little bit baking soda-y for me. But I do feel encouraged to know that it is only baking soda and it's not like anything else wrong with them. So if I can put some maple syrup on them again, like I just did. Hand me that fork and that napkin. So we're going to mix these up a little bit. As this will be my fork then. That way I can deal with the little maple syrup on it. Sorry, cameraman. So, I'm all done with that now.
No.
Oh. No. What I'm going to do with that one is put water in here and then some cranberry juice.
Okay.
Thank you. I need to drink some cranberry juice. So we're just going to mix this around. And hopefully this tastes better. Oh my goodness. I've learned my lesson on the strawberries. I have. Okay. Let me see if these taste better because I'm just so hesitant right now. They taste better. Does that taste better, cameraman?
Yeah.
You think so? They do to me. All right. I'm going to put some of these on here. Right in the middle. And we will praise you for the rest of our days. Yes, Lord. And we will praise you for the rest of our days. Yes. Hey. Yes, Lord, for the rest of our days. And we will praise you for the rest of our days. Oh, my Lord. I'm excited. I think that's good, cameraman, for you. You like those Dustin Mouth strawberries?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna put the last few on my salad. I think I could use a few more on this side. Okay, right here. Yeah, I'll give you the last few, couple. Okay, now with this maple sauce or dressing, what have you, I'm gonna go ahead, make sure it's worthy. Let me see. It is, it is. Now this is clean. I washed them strawberries 50 times. Put a little bit of this maple juice on this. And I'm going to do it to the other salad as well. We're looking to have a nice, we like a sweet salad. We enjoy a salad that's sweet. So that's what we've got here. Got our 2 dressings. And here is a visual. Okay. Yes, Lord, for the rest of my days. This looks so good. I am excited about these salads. We're about to get it in 110%. For sure, for sure, for sure. They look so delicious. Wow. I'm loving it. Whew. Was a labor of love, let me tell you. A labor of love. Um, we entered the video with CC Winans, Fill My Cup. We're going to exit the video with CC Winans, Fill My Cup. Excuse me. Okay. Lord have mercy. Okay. Oh, you want me to go? Okay. Well, it's because some lettuce fell. Okay. Here we go. Fill my cup, Lord. I lift it up, Lord. Come and quench this thirsting in my soul. Bread from heaven, feed me until I want no more. Fill my cup, fill it up, and make me whole. Okie dokes, y'all. That's all she wrote. Thank you, Lord God, for all that you've done for me. Okay? And I realize that nobody lives perfectly out here. No one is perfect out here. So it's just by the Lord's grace and mercy that I'm alive and well and above ground. So with that being said, I hope to see you soon on our next posting. This is Cameraman and this is me, Tori with Constant Motion. I do hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.